Perhaps they didn't intend it, but in the song Once in a Lifetime, the Talking Heads posed the most important question to continually ask during the course of scientific investigation. You may ask yourself, am I right, am I wrong? In our education, we're led to believe this is the only question. However, as we become integrated into the scientific community, other questions arise. What problem should I work on? Whom should I choose as an advisor? Is this problem as promising as I thought? Does my advisor understand what I'm saying? How can I communicate the importance of this problem? This is later in life. Does my student understand what I'm saying? What is my duty to my colleagues and collaborators? What do I write in this recommendation letter? Am I right? Am I wrong? These questions all pertain to the social aspects of science. Our present approach to dealing with these issues in science education is a bit like removing the water from the bottom of the ocean, to quote the song. That is, we create a bubble around students to try to protect them from the social aspects of science. The trouble is, when you remove the water, it must eventually run back in from the rest of the ocean. Then, when young scientists begin to more directly interact with the community at large, it can be overwhelming. Let the water hold me down, to quote them again. On the other hand, this line of the Talking Heads doesn't make any sense. Let the water hold me down. Everybody knows that people float in water. So maybe if we start talking to young people about the social aspects of science, we can create an environment that's more supportive. Let the water lift me up. The QBio conference has created a space for this dialogue. Last year, Ramit Mayer led a discussion about balancing family life with a scientific career. And this year, we were absolutely delighted that Alon volunteered to address this topic at the conference. So I hope that these and future events will help us work towards an increasingly supportive environment for scientists and at the same time improve the quality of the science. So now it's my pleasure to introduce Yuri, who will use music to communicate his vision on the social aspects of science in a session called Love and Fear in the Lab.
That was the most beautiful introduction of my life. It's really poetic. So welcome to Love and Fear in the Lab. As Michael said, we'll talk about the emotional and subjective aspects of doing science. And I'll use the guitar since we're talking about matters of the heart. There's other ways to communicate beyond PowerPoint. And let's just start right away. And this is a song about being scooped. I didn't know this word when I came from physics to biology, but I learned being scooped means that somebody else publishes your research. And it's called Scooped Again. It's a blues song, and I'd like to ask you to be backup singers. So your part goes like this: scoop, scoop. I'll show you. We'll practice it a couple of times. I've been scooped again. Scoop, scoop. Let's try that. I've been scooped again. Scoop, scoop. I'm in the library lab. Check out what's on the slab. I'm running gel after gel. Makes my life a real hell. I'm a receptor wizard. I'm a ligand lizard. Wrote these great new paper. Gonna send it to nature. I went back down to the library. This was 1998 when I was postdoc, and there were still libraries back then. Just to check out the journals of February. I've been scooped again. Scoop, scoop. 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 Oh, mama, can't you hear my pain? Heavens help me, I've been scooped again. Now I knew every flagella, yeah, I knew it real well. I could talk to the cellar, cause I speak salmonella. Every mini prep got my full attention. Oh, to publish first, that was my intention. I went down to the library just to check out them journals of September 3. I've been scooped again.
Scoop, scoop.
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 Oh, Daddy, can't you hear my pain? Heavens help me, I've been scooped again. I've done this in several conferences. That was some of the best backup singing. So feeling, does anybody know anybody who's been scooped ever? Anyone just it's a little bit, so it feels awful, and sometimes you feel your entire PhD thesis is ruined, or what to do with these emotions, how to keep going, find the new question inside the rubble. These are all, of course, emotional topics. And what we're doing here is kind of like an underground resistance to the fact that we don't talk about it usually in science and conferences anyway. So I want to tell you just a little bit of my story. Like, I started my lab in 1999, and I walked in to these. I was full of. I really wanted to succeed. I was full of ambition. I wanted to very much to succeed, and my parents wanted me to succeed. The other faculty members there wanted me to succeed. And I walked into the empty, whitewashed room of my future lab, my lab, and I panicked. I felt like the walls were closing in on me, because I realized I don't know what to do. The basic skills of my new job. How to interview people, hire people, how to choose a problem, how to give a problem to a student, what to do when a student loses motivation, what happens when I lose motivation, how to communicate with colleagues, how to say no, how to say no to senior colleagues. So I've studied thousands of hours of physics, biology, but not 1 hour about these topics. It's like complete silence. And I managed, though, to find information about it. And it turns out that these things aren't secrets or black magic, something that a lot is known about how to communicate effectively, create an environment for people to reach their full potential in other fields like education, social work, nursing, theater. So I do improvisation theater. A lot of principles there, they exist, they've been researched, we just don't talk about it in science. And so I started learning, my wife is a psychologist, learning and incorporating very simple principles into the way I mentor. And it created such an upward spiral of support in my lab and excitement that I think a lot of our success is based basically on the emotional and subjective aspects of doing science, in addition to the others. Just to use a metaphor, when we buy a new microscope, we read the manual and give it the best conditions to work optimally. We buy the best optical table, filter set, etc. When we bring a new person into our group, what do we know about the conditions that allow a person inside a group to reach their full potential as scientists? We don't talk about it. So in this talk I want to talk about the culture of science, why it's like this, how culture can be changed, and how we can do something about it. Okay?